Last year was pretty damn good. We created a lot of cool videos, but I'm still a truck driver, as you can see. My goal was to become a full-time YouTube creator. Although a lot of people might think I failed, I think we are in the right path because I am creating the videos I want to see on YouTube. I'm not really chasing the YouTube algorithm. Meaning, although I haven't made it yet, I am happy with the videos that I have created. You know, a lot of people are trying to get to the same goal, just like me. You know, a lot of people are trying to become full-time YouTube creators. But I think if you're chasing the YouTube algorithm too much, instead of trusting your creative hearts, the content that you're going to make is gonna look a lot like creators like Mr. Beast and other successful YouTube creators instead of becoming your own best self, which a lot of people are going to see your work and be like, wow, I really like this person. Like, they are so unique and so, you know, different than everybody else, because we all have that. We all have something that makes us unique or different than everybody else, even though we are all humans at the end of the day, and we might have similar ideas. But I think the YouTube algorithm is making people be more of the same kind of creators on YouTube. But let's have a chat somewhere else.
Been mucking around doing this all day. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. My mind like some kaleidoscope. Strawberry fields, I watch my thoughts flow. Don't ask me, I just don't know. Don't ask me, no stress, no, no. Even when she dragged me out by the road. Now a friend trying to tell me about.
Okay. So, all right, so we are home. I am Cabral Create. For those who don't know me yet, I am a full-time truck driver and my dream is to become a content creator on YouTube and a filmmaker. So my hobby is filmmaking. I love making videos, and to be honest with you, I like that movie look. So I am kind of like an enthusiast when it comes to filmmaking, all things filmmaking, whether it is films or gear or anything like that. Editing is my passion, color grading, everything that has to do with the creative process. I just freaking love it. So the point of this video, I'm gonna get to it right now. The other day, I was talking to my friend Patrick Kenny. He's a co-worker as well. He also drives trucks. And at the same time, he also likes to create films and stuff like that. He has a nice camera and he is very talented. So we are kind of like in the same position in which we are working as truck drivers, but our dream is to create with our cameras, tell stories with it, and things like that. So the other day we were talking about something that is kind of interesting, and it was about how the YouTube algorithm will make good creators that are just getting started. It will turn them into anything other than themselves. So when you start on YouTube, if you're not one of the lucky ones, you're going to notice that it is very hard for you to grow up. It is hard to create videos that, you know, get a lot of views and things like that and a lot of engagement. It is hard to do that. So you're going to be creating from the heart. And once you get hit by the reality that YouTube is, you're going to notice that when you're getting like 100 views here and 200 views over there and sometimes 50 views for a video that you work so hard on, you're going to start analyzing other people that are successful in the platform. And just to give an example, Mr. Beast, and there's something that they call beastification. I have noticed that a lot of good creators that are very artistic, they eventually start to adopt other ideas that are not true to themselves. So it also happened to me, and that is why I'm saying it out there. Not only so that if you are in the same position that I am, you can acknowledge that and be like, hey, nah, I gotta be myself. Like, screw everything else. I'd rather just be my original self and fail at it 100 times, 500 times, or whatever it takes until I become successful, than me becoming successful because I'm imitating somebody else. And don't get me wrong, it is good to take away creative ideas from other creators or artists, even from movies and shows like that. I am a big fan of Across the Spider-Verse, which is the movie that you might be seeing in the background. And even if you look at my laptop, I got Miles Morales in there, you know? So I am a big fan of Across the Spider-Verse, and in my style, you might see a little bit of that. You also are going to see a little bit of Breaking Bad and other movies and TV shows that I'm a fan of. That mix of different ideas, right, turns me into somebody that is quite unique when it comes to making videos and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that I invented anything because that is not true. But a lot of ideas that we think that are original are usually a mix of either 2 or 3 more ideas blend together in something that becomes an original idea. That being said, there are a lot of people that when they're starting especially, they think that their videos are not getting views because their style is something that people don't like. And that is not true. When you start on YouTube, this is something I have learned, and I learned it the hard way. I know how to make videos, I know how to edit, I know how to color grade. It took years for me to learn all those skills. And those skills are very valuable. But another thing I'm learning now is that YouTube is a whole different monster that you gotta conquer in order to put your videos across so that it reaches the people that you're trying to target and stuff like that. So you also gotta learn the game of YouTube. For me, I'm trying this year to find a balance between the analytics and stuff like that, between the knowledge of knowing how to play the YouTube game and also keeping my artistry intact. In order for me to be happy doing what I'm doing right now, which is creating videos, first I have to fulfill my creative needs. I love editing, and a lot of people don't believe me when I say so. I freaking love editing, and you can call me weird, whatever it is. A lot of people don't love it, so that is an advantage that I have, that I actually enjoy the process of editing. Not only the process of editing, I love color grading. I love the whole process of filmmaking, so I don't have any problems there. That's why I am able to work 6 days a week on my truck driving job, and then I spend a lot of the rest of my free time creating videos. That's why you might not be seeing a lot of videos from me, like one video every week and things like that, because I am very busy, especially this past holiday season. That is the busiest time for us truck drivers. This year is going to be again the year of just create. And what I want to do this year is to bring a lot of inspiration to you guys and to create things that I haven't done before. I want to push the boundaries of my creativity. I know that at this moment, because this is not what I do full time, I do this only on the side you know, for gigs and stuff like that, and for as my passion, you know. So I haven't really done this on a full-time basis. So I am really curious to know what happens when I do this on a daily basis. What happens when this is what I do for a living? You know, when you do something every day and you are actually somebody that loves what you're doing, you are going to get better so fast, and you are going to, you know, surpass those limits that you might have creatively. I think that I'm one of those people. So I'm really curious to see what happens when I do this on a full-time basis. You know, I would like to see where do I get from here. At this moment, I would say that probably I'm at 20% of my full potential, maybe less. And this is the same for a lot of you guys. I follow a lot of small creators that follow me on YouTube, and I like to give courage to a lot of you because I see myself on a lot of you, ladies and gentlemen. So there is a guy that I follow a lot. His name is Rock Wilk. I'm gonna, you know, put his channel on the description because this dude has helped me in so many ways. If you don't know yet, I created my own LUTs. And if you don't know what LUTs are, LUTs is just basically a preset, a color preset, so that you can color grade your footage faster. So a lot of people complimented the way I color grade videos, so I created my own LUT pack, and I put it in a nice package that is not that expensive, but you can also contribute and help me out, you know, for something that can help you with your own workflow. I first created the preset to help myself because I didn't want to constantly be color grading because I don't have the time to do so. So when I finished the LUT pack, I'm like, this LUT pack came out so good that I actually could put it in a package and offer it to you guys. And that's what I did. So this dude, Rockwell, I sent him the LUT pack to check it out, and he loved it, and he even made a video about it. The crazy thing is, some of his subscribers, they bought the LUT pack, and some of them even spoke to me, you know, over text, and they told me that they loved the LUT pack. So thank you for giving my LUT pack a try. I really appreciate you. You know, that comes in a really difficult time for me. So not only helps me financially, but it also gives me hope because, you know, it gives me the reassurance that you guys actually appreciate the work that I do. And that is really big to me. You know, I'm not even monetized, and this is the only money that I have made from YouTube. And the crazy thing is, it's not really coming from YouTube, it's coming from you guys. So I am forever thankful for that. Another thing I want to touch on is on the advantages of you being somebody that is original or that just does whatever you think is best for you creatively. You know, last year it was a pretty good year even though we just made it to 2,000 subscribers. That might not sound like a lot, but the crazy thing is I have 2,000 subscribers, but a lot of you are very engaged with my content, which is very crazy. And with that, a lot of great companies out there have reached out to me, a lot of bad ones too, but I only present to you the best ones, and that's it. For example, Audio contacted me. They are basically a music and sound effects company that you can buy and even pay monthly to use their music in your own content or their sound effects. And I said buy because the crazy thing about them is that you can basically buy a lifetime membership for, I believe it was less than $300 or something like that at the time that I saw it. And you don't have to pay ever again. That is kind of like DaVinci Resolve. That is one reason why I went to DaVinci because I don't want to pay for something for the rest of my freaking life. That's a lot of money. So I saw a lot of value on that. And when I was checking their music, they have a lot of great music in there. Before I say yes to them, I checked their music first. I liked it. I love the subscription methods that they have. They have a really nice rate for a monthly rate, and they also have the lifetime membership. That is crazy. That sold me right there. I'm never paying monthly for anyone else, so I think I'm gonna stay with them. You should try it out. I'm not getting paid to say any of this. This video is not a sponsor or anything like that. They gave me the product and I thought it was a good product. Now, last year, something else happened. I went to the NAV show because I wanted to go to the Blackmagic booth to talk to a Blackmagic representative because I am a big fan of the Blackmagic cameras. I spoke to Stephanie, she's a sales rep from Blackmagic. Shout out to you. You know, I had a conversation with her and she offered me to borrow the Blackmagic 6K full frame camera, which is the one that I'm using right now, and I have been using it for a while. I don't get to keep the camera, I gotta send it back, which sucks because the quality of this channel, as you can see, it has been improved greatly, and the camera is a freaking beast. There are a couple of points that I'm trying to bring here, so just stay with me here, please. One of them is that Blackmagic answered my email and let me borrow a camera. I only have 2,000 subscribers, so that's crazy. I contacted Lumix and other camera companies and they don't even bother to answer you. And I thought that that was a pretty good detail from Blackmagic for giving me a chance. That is crazy, and it makes me even like them even more and respect them even more. Not only that they provide really great quality products, as you can see in the quality of my images, but they actually care about their fans and their customers. Now, the other point I want to bring out is a lot of people that are starting out, and I was there too. I speak for myself when I say this. When you're a beginner, you are looking for the knowledge, the inspiration, and all those things. You want to know which camera each creator is using and things like that. The thing is, the biggest creators on YouTube that talk about filmmaking, they usually use Sony cameras. And again, I'm not getting paid to say any of this. I'm not even getting the camera for free. I gotta send it back. I'm just speaking the truth. And this is part of the conversation that I had with my friend Kenny. And the problem with that is that a lot of the content that you see out there is usually the same. You know, it gets repetitive. And because I took a risk, even though this camera doesn't have autofocus or anything like that, that risk forces you to become a different type of creator. Because the camera doesn't have great autofocus, I was thinking, what if I put a vintage lens from the 50s, a Helios, which is the lens that I have right there. Thank you, Kenny, again, my friend. He let me borrow the Helios lens. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to keep the camera, to use it at all, because I can't afford to invest money on a lens for a camera that is not even mine. So he was kind enough to let me borrow the Helios. That combination of a cinema camera and a Helios is already something different that most people are not willing to deal with. Most creators, they like to have it easier, and it's understandable. You know, they like nice and reliable autofocus so that they can film themselves and things like that. And that is a very valid reason for you to get a camera with great autofocus. But this camera forces you to be more strategic about your content, to be more thoughtful about your content. And the image quality is so crazy, it just stands out from everything else I ever seen. To be honest with you, the images look very filmic. especially when you pair it with a vintage lens like this. Now, this is not to say, I'm not trying to promote this camera. What I'm trying to promote here is something else. If you haven't gotten the point yet, what I'm trying to promote here is, where is the originality? You know, where is the people that, when you see a lot of creators doing the same thing, where are the people that be like, you know what, everybody's on Sony, let me just use something else. Let me see how that looks like. Let me see how that feels like. Where is that? That's why I am happy that I gave it a try, and now I'm in love with this camera setup. I'm in love with my images, and I'm in love with the way that I am creating content lately, you know, and that is because of some of the limitations of the camera. It means that either I compensate with skills and with creativity in order to overcome those limitations, or I give up and might be like, you know what, I can deal with this camera, I need autofocus, blah, 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 and all that nonsense, and I just send it right back. Because I was able to go through that, to the struggle, I evolved and I became a totally different creator in a very short period of time, because I don't film that often. That's the crazy thing. Like, a lot of people don't believe me, but I don't have time to film that often. So I don't have, if you put my 7 years of filming, you're not gonna have that many film hours. But my footage looks a lot better than the time that I have put in filming and making videos. And that's because I'm obsessed with the whole filmmaking process. I am obsessed with being creative. I am obsessed with movies and TV shows and things like that. I like to study movies and TV shows, and I like to implement a lot of their creative ideas into my own work so that I can stay true to myself, so that I can grow as a creator, and so that I can stand out by, you know, just being me. And believe it or not, even if you think that you are not original or anything like that, if you start doing what you love, if you stop looking at the size to see other creators that are next to you or in front of you, and you just focus on, what can I create today? How can I tell the story in a way I like? If you start learning from movies, if you start watching and paying attention to the details, you are going to eventually get to a point in which people are gonna look at you and comment on your videos and be like, wow, this is very creative, I love it, you know? But you're not gonna get there if you're just copying and imitating somebody else. You're just not going to get there. For this year, I encourage you to be the best version of yourself, tell all the stories you want to tell, and be as original as you can be. And please just create. Forget about that fear of failure nonsense. You're failing when you're not posting anything. You're failing when you're not creating. When I know you love it, you're failing when you are afraid to post your work because you're afraid that people might judge you. You're already failing if you're doing those things. Just post, just create, repeat, post. Forget about image quality, forget about I need the best and the greatest and things like that. You're gonna get there, you know? Gear is necessary, but it's not all there is. Don't be afraid of creating in this year. This is the year of just create. So just do what you gotta do. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you have given me through all this time. And I really hope that I can give you as much value as I really think you deserve. Let me know in the comments if you felt anything good from this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love to engage with every one of you. As you can see, you can check any of my videos and I answer to everybody. Even the mean comments, I still reply in a nice way. because I know at the end of the day, when people are being, mean, they might have a reason for it. Maybe they didn't have a good day on that time or whatever. So I don't like to judge people by that, even though it bothers me. Obviously, I'm human. But I try to be the bigger person and I try to answer everybody. Especially when you have questions, please feel free to ask anything. I like to help you guys. That's the whole point of this channel, is to help others get to the next level, is to give inspiration to all of you. And you know what? I'll see you next time, all right? Thank you.